Hi guys. It's been a little while, huh? I had a comment on my one video a few days ago, and it was just somebody not in my little YouTube circle who was very casually like, hey, what happened to your channel? And I don't know, I have makeup on, so I feel like when I have makeup on, there's less likely chance that I'll get emotional. So, while I had a minute, I just wanted to come on here and explain what happened to my channel. I don't even remember when the last time I posted that wasn't a video from a concert was. Probably in January. And for anybody who doesn't know, my dad had brain cancer, and he dropped in January. I guess that's when the decline began. And me and my one sister, my other sister too, but we decided that we did not want, guess I was wrong, we didn't want to tuck him away in a home to die by himself. So we converted my one sister's finished basement into a hospice center, pretty much. And tried to make him as comfortable as possible. And I've been super busy, because as of when he left the house, for those who don't know, me and my two teenage kids live with my dad. And he told me that his biggest fear in dying was if I was going to be mentally stable enough and capable of holding a job and being able to maintain the mortgage and the bills, because he was so scared what would happen to my kids if I could not do that. And that was very sad. So he left the house in January, because my house isn't handicap accessible in any way, and he couldn't walk anymore. I mean, he literally could not fucking walk. So in January, I took over all of the household bills, minus the mortgage. And my uncle is the POA, and he spared me of the mortgage. And just to kind of get my feet wet, I took over all of the bills. And my one sister had rotator cuff surgery, and she couldn't do shit physically. So me and my one sister took care of him around the clock. One of us was always there. We hired private duty girls to come in a couple times a week for overlaps in our jobs, because we both work full time. And we all got real bonded. Like the hospice nurse and the girl that came and bathed him. And the private duty women. I mean, everybody that we encountered throughout my dad's decline. I really miss him. And I heard horror stories from these hospice women of what other people go through and have gone through. For example, the one hospice girl, she said that her grandma had glioblastomas just like my dad, but also had colon cancer on top of it. And it got so bad that the colon cancer ate a hole through her grandma's back, and her biles were spilling out. And my dad never once screamed out in pain. And I'm very grateful for that. As ugly as it was, because it was very ugly. It could have been so much worse. And, he passed in June. It's been a little bit over 2 months. And, I just made my first mortgage payment. I'm very proud of myself for that. And I'm very proud of my family, no matter how angry I have been at them for leaving me hanging the way they have with all of this awakening shit. I give my family a standing ovation for what they did for my dad. I mean, everybody in my family bonded. Not that we weren't tight as fuck anyway, but this was different. My poor aunt. Oh, I felt so fucking bad for her. Holy shit, she was in denial so bad. And I was never in denial at the beginning. I just thought I could save him. I thought that, being spiritually awakened and all of this shit, that I could combat it energetically. And I will go to the grave believing that if my family would have listened, and that if everybody else's families had a little better understanding of the universe and this realm we're living in, that they have the power within their families to really help each other. But that didn't work out for us. And it got so bad that at the end, within the last month and a half, I wanted to drag him out back and fucking shoot him. I really did. I really, really, really did. I wanted to put him out of his fucking misery so bad. If he would have known in January what he was going to go through, and that me and my sister were going to be changing his briefs and bathing him in bed and all of this shit, he would have offed himself. So, yeah, at the end, it really got to the point that I wanted to just, better luck next time, bud. Put him out of his fucking misery. But he died at the age of 66 on my Life Path 33 sister's 44th birthday, which is strange. A lot of synchronicities there, but that's just kind of what mainly happened with my channel. It gets a little old crying all of the time and doing it on camera and trying to deal with the shock and horror of this world. That's pretty much where I'm at. I've got a hell of a support system from Rob Kalil's podcast. Typical Skeptic podcast out of Pittsburgh. If you've not seen him, you should check him out. He has all kinds of very interesting, very awakened people on his channel, and he's a sweetheart. We hung out. We're going to do it again. We're going to go get some chicken wings. And he's offered repeatedly to interview me about this whole Indigo Type 3 shit and my soul contracts and all of this stuff to grow my channel. And I'm just like, no, thank you. My channel and this whole life are just horrifying, and I don't like it. I don't like being on camera, but you know, it is what it is. And there's a lot of really good people in the chats from that podcast that have befriended me, and that's been very helpful. Because when you go through shit like this and you're just surrounded by fucking zombies and puds, it makes it so much more difficult when you have nobody on your wavelength around at all. And so it's just kind of where I've been at, you know. I hope all is well with everybody else, though. And toodles.